Greetings and welcome to the 1/6 Scale Man proudly presents, you know what it is. It's a special episode, a Christmas Eve edition, a Christmas Eve special edition of The Corner. Um, when I say special, it's like a special one because I told Latoya'S this was, one of the ideas that we actually had for her to do the countdown to the top 10 her top 10 figures in my collection. So we're going to actually do that today real quick. So shout out to everybody who's actually tuning in. Should be doing things, everything else. It's Christmas Eve, so I'm like, I don't know why y'all here, but you're here with us, so we're just going to do this, like straight up. It just makes sense to do it. So yeah, we're going to count down her top 10 figures in my collection, but before I basically bring the special guest in, let me actually just shut up the chat real quick and people that we actually have here. Thank you for being here on Christmas Eve. We definitely appreciate you. We got William Owens, Larry Walker's in the building. Some guy, Hoff Hometown, is actually here. Hero is with us. We got Mac, Moss Collectibles. We got Pure Stewage. We have Bill, Will Foxer Cason in the building. Let me see here. We have Primetime Reviews, William Owens. Man, what is in the building? Calvin Williams is with us all day. Thank you for being here, brother. Malika Mabane. Let's see who else we got here. Jake, Renz Talentino, the great Renz Talentino. Larry Walker. Who else we have in here? Yeah, we got a few, man. We got a few people skirting through. We might see some more people actually coming through, as always. So if you're coming in, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe. As always, we got Swoosh 616 in the building. Del Guito is in the building. Thank you for being here. Joker J is in the building. So we have quite a few people stopping in, man. But yeah, it's going to be a special day today, and Merry Christmas Eve to everybody out there, man. So again, it's Christmas Eve, and I know you probably wrapping gifts, getting last minute touch ups. So thank you for being here with us. But let me bring the woman of the hour in with us, so we can go ahead and get this ball rolling. Thank you for being here, as always, and let's get this going. So, ladies and gentlemen, we got Miss Latoya'S in the building with us.
Hey,
baby, how you doing?
Hello. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Christmas Eve. Y'all always know I'm happy to be in the chat. Happy to see y'all, be amongst y'all. So, here to tell y'all some of my favorite figures in Leo's collection. You know, it's quite extensive, so it was hard. But I got an okay little list here. Let's see how y'all feel about it.
Okay. So she's ready to definitely go in on it. And here's the thing: I don't even know half of them. I don't know them. She just go off the top and give her. Now remember, this is going to be basically between figures and statues. So stay tuned. I might be surprised at what I'm going to actually see, but we're going to go ahead with it and see how it pans out. So so babe, like before we actually do the countdown, like so tell the world how it is being in this household with all these figures and these collectibles that come through. Tell the world your experiences so far, because you're the only one technically in the household who's allowed down here in the main
Right.
To see, the girls come down here occasionally, but like I said, it's not like a long-term visitation. Like they come down here occasionally to see. So tell the world how do you feel about basically being in this room?
Okay, so in short, because it's been a couple years, and there's a whole lot that goes on, like behind the scenes, that you guys really don't see. Y'all see, Leo show up show after show, date after date. He's supporting everybody else. There's like 10 times as much work that he's doing behind the scenes. When we say like he's one of the if not the, as far as I'm aware, hardest working content creator in the whole, collective realm. He really is, and he really does a lot. So shout out to you, babe. But y'all, it is both fun and exciting Um, we do have a lot of fun talking about the figures, just talking about you guys and you all's interactions and everything. But it is also exhausting, okay? Because there's always a new figure, there's always a new drop, there's always trying to figure out, okay, which one do I get now, which one do I save for later, what priorities need to be taken care of first. Um, Even like shows, content and stuff for shows, it's us, bouncing ideas back and forth off of each other as to, what we should talk about during different shows. So it's both fun, really fun. But the balance is that it can also be exhausting. You have to be careful not to touch certain things. If I'm carrying a laundry basket down in the basement, if I bump into a detox, I have to like smudge it off, right? So he's not on my case. Um, but overall, I have to say that it's worth it. It's really worth it. It's really a lot of fun. I'm just happy that just after years of kind of putting my toes in. I know he hates toes, except mine. But putting my toes in just to kind of geek stuff to have somebody to you know kind of open me up and welcome me in and show me the ropes. It's been amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
So yeah. Well, here's a fun fact for everybody out there, everybody that's watching. There's 45 people we got out there watching. Make sure you hit that like button on the way in. So here's a fun fact to everybody out there. So we're talking about, I've been streaming now for how many years? Is it like 2 years, 3 years, 2 years, 3 years?
I think.
About 2 years. I would say 2 years, 3 years. I don't know. You know, and my journey in this collecting community started in 2019. Not collecting community. I'm talking about like the streaming and, doing. It started with reviews. I started reviewing figures. I had a smaller channel at that time, but it started with an idea, and I was collecting. I had been collecting for some time. So when we got together, we met. She saw the collection. She embraced it. But after watching so many reviews, I was like, you know what? I would love to do something like that. It was always in the back of my mind. I didn't know if I wanted to do it or whatever. It was just always there. I didn't know whether or not I would be received well in the community. And so I put it off for so many years. Latoya was like, why don't you do it? And I was like, I don't know. She's like, no, but this is your thing. You should do it. I think you could actually do it. I think you have a place to do it, and you have things to say. And I think your presence in the community would, be welcomed. And I was like, I don't know. I don't know how it would actually be. So,
He was scary, y'all.
yeah, after bouncing it back and forth, ideas and stuff like that, I decided to kind of give it a go and give it a chance. And just to see how it would actually be. So just to let y'all know out there, like literally none of this, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be on here live streaming if it wasn't for Latoya'. So y'all have to give it up for her. She's the reason why you see me in front of the camera, because before I was camera shy, I wouldn't do it. I didn't know if I was, able or capable enough to kind of keep a live stream going, or even, present things in such a way that it would be received and people would understand it. So anyway, thank Latoya', for, basically making sure, that I came through and that I'm able to actually be here in front of you guys. So if it wasn't for Latoya', you wouldn't see me live streaming. You wouldn't see my collection. You wouldn't see anything. I would still be like behind the scenes, just supporting everybody's channels, chit-chatting with y'all as well. So again, yes, shout out to Latoya', everybody out there. Hashtag Latoya the Great, because like I said, if it wasn't for her, I would not. And actually somebody already started a hashtag. Thank you, Latoya'. So yeah, hashtag thank you, Latoya'. She's the one who got me started in that. So yes, thank you very much. So just wanted to kind of get that out the way. But yeah, that's what it is. So if you basically have someone out there who inspires you to do something, normally they know best. If they see it in you, they'll actually push you to do things. Sometimes they'll see greatness in you that you don't even see within yourself. So if you have spouses or partners out there who tell you that you should go for something, trust them. Trust that they see in you something that's good. So just always be inspired to move forward. So thank you, babe. Thank you for
it's already there. You were already there. You already know it. I remember the first time you were, your collection was pretty small then. And we were just supposed to be hanging out. You was like, I'll be right back. And you went in over in your little corner and you were there for about an hour. And those were the pictures that I took of you. You remember from behind when you were just kind of setting up the studio. And he
Yeah.
paid attention to detail. He was just present. I'm like, this is his thing. I don't really know too much about it yet, but it's definitely something that, you just need a little push. So,
Yeah. Yeah. So,
No.
a little, that it's my world. So welcoming you into my world, like I said, especially for someone who probably, there's so many people that wouldn't understand it. So, having you in the world. So it kind of makes sense that you would actually be there. You know what I mean? So thank you so much. So yeah. So, I mean, again, thank you to Latoya for actually bringing me into this, world and ushering me into this space to be welcomed by you all. Because again, if it wasn't for her pushing me, I wouldn't be here for all of you. And if it wasn't for you guys keeping me going every day, every week,
yes,
like literally the chat is, you guys out there don't know how important you are, because you watching every week, you pushing me, messaging me, letting me know that you enjoy the content, being patient with me as well. I'm accepting the content, us talking about figures and stuff like that. If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be sitting in this space, able to entertain and stepping out of my shell and being able to open up to you guys. Because like I said, it's not just about collecting and socializing, but it's about having fun and trying to inject some of that positive energy into you guys to push you forward. So you're like, this is a family thing, and I'm just like one of you guys. It's like sitting inside in a type of lounge or a pub, and we just having a conversation. So thank you guys for always being here as well. But so yeah, let's get back to these figures. Let's get back to, so first off, all right, babe, before we jump into like your top 10,
right.
I want to talk about something first. I want to kind of jump in on this because I mean, we saw this. You did see like you saw that we watched the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special.
Mm-hmm.
So we watched that together, right? So I want to get your take on this figure, because like I said, we know that this was just revealed a couple days ago. Actually yesterday, as a matter of fact. Early yesterday morning, we got the reveal of Mantis. The figure, that we, pretty much have been, a lot of people have been anticipating or wanting to see. We know this figure was in purgatory for a minute. And when we say purgatory, it had a long stint in purgatory for a second. No one knew whether or not this piece was going to drop, but it did. So I just want to get like your take on it. Like what is your personal, like when you see this piece, because you already know I'm going to get it, but what is your personal take on this figure aesthetically, and how did you enjoy the holiday special?
So first off, the holiday special was dope. I loved it. I didn't really know what to expect, but I knew, okay, it's Guardians. I expected a little humor. I expected it to have, a nice little story run, and I love all the actors. So, but it was really, really good. We watched it together, so it was really good. But the figure, I think the figure is timely. You wish that it was dropped sooner, but I like it. I think it's fun. Who doesn't love Mantis? I think the side of her that they showed in the Christmas special was, it was elevated a little bit. We saw a little bit more of her, personality. Just kind of that down to earth vibe. But I like it. Go. I know you love Christmas.
Yeah.
Anything Christmas is going to grab your attention, but I like it. I say it's a go.
Yeah. And with the ugly Christmas sweater too. Mantis is like one of my favorite characters from the Guardians, and I'm glad that she's getting a highlight. And what better way to bring a figure in, than around Christmas time. And to do something from a special that was well received by so many people. So why not? I thought it was pretty dope. But so does this get like 2 thumbs up from you?
1.5.
You get 1.5 thumbs up.
I tell you why 1.5, y'all. Listen, we were supposed to be watching The Best Man. What is it? The final chapters. We had a date. He was a few minutes late. And I'm like, all right, let me give a little grace, let us check our messages or whatever. Sometimes he's checking in with people after the show. And then this figure drops. And he's like, oh, I'll be back. I got to do a live show. And I'm like, oh my goodness, here we go. But I know it's all, it's all part of the game. It wasn't no big deal, but 1.5.
Give it a 1.5. So 1.5 goal for you when it comes to this piece, because it was like a slight interruption during the show you're supposed to be watching. Definitely. Well, I appreciate that. Let me see. We got King Carpenter, my man. You are a pillar in the community. Thanks for all you do. Secret Invasion Rockwell. Thank you for that, bro. Appreciate that. I can't wait for that show, bro. It's all day. That's definitely coming soon. We got Shiny. Your streams have been nothing but fun and therapy for me this whole year. Discovered it. Been a year since my first Hot Toys too. LOL. Thanks, bro. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate having you here. Swoosh 616. We got him in here. He says my girl is the same. They wifey for sure, bro. You already know. That's IP, man. Definitely. Thank you so much for that. We got Malika Mabane saying peace and love to the 1/6 scale couple, man. Thank you so much for that. Definitely appreciate that. We got David Lynch and Latoya fire emojis. Love that. We got Peyton 23. Thank you, Latoya. Hashtag thank you, Latoya. Let's see as we got Joker J, encouragement, tolerance, beauty, intelligence. Marry up this one, Lael. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that, man. You already know. We got Larry Walker saying she's a great queen. Do appreciate that, man. You already know. I know. So yeah, we got Ren, of course, the great Ren Latino. Thank you.
Ren, what's up?
Always, Ren's. We Ren's is just that person, that artistically creative person. And then we got Pure Stewart. She says, curious to hear Latoya's top 10 versus Lael.
Ooh, a versus.
All right. So we're gonna basically get into that real quick. I just wanted to kind of get out the everything else that's actually out there real quick. We got a $5 bomb by Hoss Heroes. Thank you for all that you do and being an inspiration to us all. Blessings to you both to the new year. Thank you so much, man. Hoss Hometown Hero, you are the greatest. And again, we're here because of you guys. Yeah, we are basically here for you guys. So everything is always there.
Definitely.
And for you, as always. Definitely. So appreciate that, man. Thank you very much. Truly agree with everyone. The community and the world needs more Lael Rockwell in it. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. He said, and Latoya, of course. Thank you. I definitely appreciate that, man, as always. Let me see here, and we got Swoosh. Only thing is, my girl won't sit and watch any movies. Yeah, Latoya does, man. She might fall asleep occasionally. But,
oh yeah, definitely.
Occasionally she might fall asleep, but you know what it is. I mean, I know she's there. I know she's always there. All right, so we're gonna round out. We're gonna go ahead and do. You're gonna do your top 10. Okay, so your top 10 figures in my collection. Now, these are top 10 figures. Mind you, everybody out there, these are top 10 figures and statues that she picks, that she loves the most. It's not me pushing her towards that. It's her own personal top 10. So we're going to get down to business and let her give her top 10. So, babe, starting from number 10, what's your number 10 figure?
So I'm going to go with the Chrome Stormtrooper is my number 10.
Chrome. So we're talking about the Chrome clone Stormtrooper that I have?
Yes. I'm not a fan of the Stormtroopers. I feel like you've seen one, you've seen them all. We know they can't shoot, they have no aim. I like them. They're cool. They play their part. But as far as figures, I'm just like, seen them all. But this Chrome Trooper, it was set apart.
So Chrome, because remember we saw that celebration first, right?
Yes, I remember. And I was like, okay, this one's more eye catching than any of the others. And I can tell you now, I almost bought it for you. There was some occasion, I forget what it was, and I tried to go and look and see if it was available. I forget why it didn't or what happened. I think maybe you told me that you had already pre-ordered, so I just left.
Yeah.
But this one, it was cute. So it was a stormtrooper worthy of the list.
Yeah, the thing is, it's like, it was fumbling around with the idea of getting it, and then the whole thing that we experienced with Sideshow at that point, as far as like the delays on it. But I couldn't pass it up. I mean, it's Chrome. It was something that was completely unique, and I had to have it. I love the clones, and I have the clone troopers in your collection. Definitely was something that I wanted. So, yeah, couldn't pass it up. I definitely couldn't pass this one up. So yeah, that's her number 10. What's your number 9, babe?
See, the putting them in order is hard for me because all of them, like the ones that I chose, like they have, like there's a reason why I chose them. So,
yeah.
I'll just throw out there the Iron Man 2 from the second movie.
Oh, so wait a minute. You're talking about the Mark V?
Yes, I think that's it.
Mark, okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, talking about the Mark V, baby. You already know the Mark.
Like I love all of the Iron Mans, all the Iron Man figures. I'm a huge Iron Man fan. Like he kicked it off, but I mean, this one was nice. It was okay. Some of the other Iron Mans I think were better, but this one caught my eye, especially when I did the last little run through. So
yeah, the Mark V is my baby. That's probably one of my top suits. I mean, the classic suit kind of trumps this one a little bit because I love the classic suit, but this is basically a close second. So the Mark V is that's a beast. It is a beast, and got a review coming from, not review, but take your position. Side live, not live video, but side video coming for this pretty soon. So stay tuned. Okay, so we got the Mark V, and I know this has been like a really controversial figure amongst everybody else. Even we got the Mark V suit up coming soon. So
why is
that's
it
what'd you say?
What makes it controversial?
Well, this one's because they released this one, and then after they released this one, they released an edition with the base, with the diorama base. So a lot of people were like, well, why didn't you just release diorama base separately, or just, even release this as an exclusive first? So it was a thing. It was definitely a big thing. I'm over it. And the thing is, for me though, I didn't really, is the diorama base I don't need. As long as they have the Mark V, I'm cool. I'm good. So I was more so excited about this. You know what it is. But I mean, I don't really care. That diorama base is dope though, but I don't need it. Definitely something I need. All right, babe. What's your number 8?
My number 8 is the Gifted Leia.
Oh, New Hope Leia.
Yes, you missed out on that Leia, and you were pretty disappointed about it. And one of the viewers,
it was Joe. Yeah, Joe.
Yes, he was on that live. He heard you, and he gifted it to you. That's definitely amongst the top 10. Just because one, it was something that you really, really wanted, slept on, but was able to just kind of, still have it as a part of your collection, and it being a gift. That made it like extra special for somebody to do that. So made the list. And it's a dope figure.
It's classic.
Yeah,
it's definitely classic. It's always going to be one of my faves, in my collection, because it's like OT. It's definitely like an OT figure. So, I can't get past the OT. The OT is always going to be something for me. So just the value of having an OT figure in your collection, and it's something that's been a part of my childhood for so many years. It just made sense. And here's the thing: the important part about the community is the simple fact that they do some miraculous things. And on top of that, it just shows you how much they appreciate us in the community, us as, content creators, and, the stuff that we actually do for them. It says a lot. And I didn't expect anybody to gift this piece, to be quite honest. It wasn't something that, I was pushing anyone to do. but it just shows that the community heard. They wanted to basically be appreciative. Joe, at that time was very appreciative, and really came through. Really came through in a big way. So shout out to Joe for doing this. And it's definitely something that I welcomed in my collection, and I knew I have it with of course Han and Chewy. Um, I'm going to find that. I'm definitely going to get that Farm Boy Luke. The Farm Boy Luke is up there too, so I'm gonna get that one as well because that's the one I missed out on. I'm trying to get all my OT grails. So shout out to Joe for this one. But yes, this is Leia. I mean, the thing is, I remember like when she passed away. So right before she passed, I had this in my cart. I was going to pick it up, but I forgot all about it. The day that I was going to do it, that's when we found out that she passed away. So I went in to get it from my cart, and it was sold out, like literally sold out that quick. But yes, such an amazing piece, and so glad that I have it in my collection. So yeah, Joe, thank you for that, and everybody in the community. If you have your chance to get one of these, you'll never be disappointed. But definitely, it's a prize piece of my collection. So yeah, shout out to the community for always your give back. The thing is, we talk about like paying it forward. We don't necessarily mean to us. We mean to anybody else who needs, and you guys demonstrate that constantly. So to occasionally get a gift from you guys, and without any type of reciprocation, and you just want to actually show that you appreciate us, I definitely appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. So yeah, thanks. So yeah, very beautiful piece as always, babe.
Yeah.
What's next? What we got next?
All right. What number are we on?
Number, I think this was number 8, right?
I think.
Yeah, number 7. What's your number 7, babe?
I have. Oh, here we go. Darth Maul. I love that figure. The statue's even better, but I love that figure. Like the attention to detail.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Now here's the thing, babe. Which Darth Maul? Because we had Phantom Menace Maul, we have Solo Maul, and then we have Clone Wars Maul. So which version?
I don't know. The one that you have 2 of them in.
So you're talking now. Okay, so there's the Solo Maul, and then we have Clone Wars Maul. The Solo Maul is the one that's sitting down.
The Clone Wars Maul is the smaller one, right? It's like a little smaller.
Yeah.
Okay, the one that's behind that. But I like the statue more than any of them.
So you like the Mythos statue?
Mm-hmm.
So now we're getting the statues territory. Now we're getting the statues territory.
I like the figure, but if I could throw the statue in there.
So okay, so we're getting the statue territory. So if you don't know what statue she's talking about, this is probably one of the greatest, and this statue was done by the Kachurik brothers. And this is the Mythos Maul statue. So I'm gonna bring that one up real quick. That Mythos Maul statue, if you don't have it in your collection, like man, the presence and to have a Mythos piece, like literally it's decent. This is the piece right here she's talking about. This is it's such a beautiful statue. I have this right up here next to my Asajj Ventress Mythos. It has a, again, you can swap out the head sculpt with the shorter thorns on the head. This is more the crown for him. The tattoos basically embedded on the skin itself. The tribal markings are incredible. Just basically having the weathered cape, or pretty much in exposing his bionic legs itself. Of course, from the injury he received, getting cut in half by Obi-Wan. But yeah, it's such a beautiful piece. Why do you like this one so much?
It's just vibrant. It just has a presence. It really does. I just like it. It's the red pops, the attention to detail. The tribal. It's set apart.
Yeah,
it's definitely. It reminds me too when we went to Celebration and they had it was like just the head sculpt,
Yeah, you talk. Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
what company or
Plus,
who did it,
plus.
but
Yeah, yeah.
it was like just the head. It was like life
Mm-hmm.
size.
Mm-hmm.
And that attention to detail was dope. So it reminded me of this. So I like this.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, some statue love. Mythos statue from Sideshow. Definitely a good piece. If you don't have this, if you don't have that Asajj Ventress, like literally those are two incredible pieces. Besides that, the Asajj Ventress is my favorite in my collection. As far as statue wise, number one all day. But yes, love this piece. Great choice, babe. Definitely a great choice. Definitely a great choice. You know me well. You definitely know me well. Um, yeah, definitely know me well. So what's your next piece, babe?
My next one is the Golden Armor Wonder Woman.
Yeah, yeah. 84. You already
Yeah,
know what it is. It's the
yeah.
84, the Wonder Woman 84 golden armor.
Mhm.
Now it was inspired, and even that armor that we actually got from the film was inspired by, you know what it is. If you don't collect the comics, if you don't know the actual comic references that were in this particular film. But that golden armor, let me actually get here the Wonder Woman golden armor. Yeah, real quick. Yeah, in just a second. Oh, come on, man. Oops, I must have did something. There we go. The golden armor Wonder Woman, definitely this piece. Again, here's the thing, like it's still available, out there for collectors if you want to get it. This piece is not necessarily going to be for everyone. We know this. Not everybody is into it. They're not into, and Wonder Woman 84 wasn't received well.
Yeah, no.
It wasn't received well.
The movie was trash. You know what I mean, it was okay. It's a little, 80s nostalgia, sort of. It just didn't
Yeah,
work for me.
yeah,
But this
yeah.
thing is fire.
Yeah, this figure is definitely fire. Wonder Woman 84. Again, if you know the comics, Kingdom Come is when we first seen the rendition of the Golden Armor Wonder Woman. Kingdom Come is one of the greatest runs ever. Artwork, by the great Alex Ross. The story was compelling. It was incredible. I hope one day we get, especially with this reboot in the DC universe and the DC studios, I hope we actually get a chance to see that a live action version of this film. Of course, I love Wonder Woman. Anybody who knows me is like Wonder Woman is. I'm a Wonder Woman fan. Like one of my favorite superheroes has been since I was young. So to see this fleshed out and to come to life, and to see this piece, here's the thing: I have one. I actually have two. One that I paid for, I purchased through Toys Wonderland. One they messed up and sent me for free. Not my fault. You did it, but I think you owe us for the f ups that you actually put us through. So definitely I'll receive that. So definitely I have two. One with the wings closed, the other one with the wings open. So definitely excited about this piece. Very vibrant. The gold, it pops. I mean, you see that number one like straight away. So yeah, definitely excited about this piece, man. Love it. Again, it's so much. Now the articulation on this piece isn't that great because of the armor, but it's the presence alone, so you don't really need to do too much from it, babe. So yeah, and it's the rooted hair. You got to cut your foots around with it, but that's why I have Murray's grease, because it works all day, every day. You put that Murray's on there, and you are good to go. Straight up.
I had to try the green grease.
The green grease. Ah, they don't know about the green grease yet, though, babe. They don't know about the green grease. Yeah, definitely. No. So what number are we on now?
Oh, what is this? This is 6 or 7.
I think so we just came off of the mall. The mall was okay. So I think this is, so we did 7. This is 7. Yeah, so 7. Okay. Okay, so this is definitely number 7.
Mhm.
So what is your number 6?
Um, Jen.
Jen Urso?
Yes. Hmm.
She said Jen Urso, y'all. So you already know. You already
Yeah, I
know.
don't really even need to explain that. I just know that it's dear to you, and it's
Yes.
gotten a whole lot of love and attention over the years. So I've grown an affinity for it. I'm a
She
homegirl
knows me.
now, so
She definitely knows me,
we're on
people.
a first name basis at this point. Me and Jen.
She knows me, people.
Yeah.
Like, figure wise, she knows. She knows the kid. She knows where my heart resides, and that is anybody who knows, and we talk about it all the time. It is my favorite figure of all time. It is my number one figure in my collection. People don't understand it, but it's not for you to understand.
Yeah.
It's me. Like, I love this piece so much.
Mhm.
I love it's just the deluxe version, so it basically has swap out pieces. You can actually get the sniper rifle that comes with it as well. Um, yes, just the tailoring on it, the head sculpt is incredible. Everything about this piece, and it comes from like one of my favorite films. Actually, it is the top 3 out of the top 5. It is my top 3 of all time. As far as film from Star Wars, Rogue One is incredible. People always look around and be like, "Yo, let's have a generous giveaway." That's never going
Right.
to happen.
So
Just letting
yeah,
y'all
this
know
is
that.
part of the reason why I chose it, because even like in the past year and a half, 2 years, just all of the jokes, us in the chat, people were tagging me like, how do I feel about you and Jen's affairs? Just the little things. It's just
Mhm.
it's become a favorite just
Yeah,
for all of
it's
those.
such a beautiful piece. It
It's fun.
is. It's such a beautiful piece to have. I could just, anything that they release from Jen, I'm going to get because, like I said, I love this figure and I love Rogue One all day, every day. So, babe, thank you so much. All right. And we're now what? We're on number 5 now, aren't
Wrong.
we?
Yep.
We are on 5. So, what is your number 5
Um,
figure?
Mace.
We didn't get Mace yet.
What is you have him in the?
I don't have Mace. Are
Oh,
you
that's
talking?
not.
No, I don't have Mace.
Who is Sam? What do you have Samuel from? Then.
No, you're talking about Nick Fury.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Mace didn't come out yet. We're waiting for Mace.
No, we're talking about Nick Fury from
Nick
Civil
Fury.
War. Oh,
Yeah.
not even from Civil War. It's Nick Fury from the Winter Soldier.
Okay, yeah. Because when I went back down, I was looking through the figures, and I was like, "Is this another Mace?" I was
Mm-mm.
confused. But so Mace, when Mace
Yeah.
finally arrives, Mace will be top 3 actually. But I'm gonna tell y'all why, because it's just that like the mystery. Like I don't really know a lot of the backstory, um, but just the weight that he holds, like amongst the
Mhm,
Jedi.
mhm,
And I mean that purple saber, um, it's the significance of the red and the blue together, and that significance. I can't wait for that figure. So I thought it was Mace, um, but so Nick Fury is off the table. We're just gonna throw Mace in there as a future reference,
mhm. Just so people would know.
just so people would know
Mhm. Just so people would know.
when it arrives.
When it arrives, it will definitely. When they decide to release, when they decide to basically release it or reveal it, that's
Yeah.
when we'll know. You know what I mean? But it's coming soon. It's definitely coming soon. So it's going to be exciting times once we finally get that piece. But yeah, Nick Fury, I couldn't, again, you can't have an Avengers piece without having a Nick Fury in your collection always. Like, and this piece is completely amazing. um the tailoring on it, just the accessories that come with it is such an amazing piece to have. So I love it. I definitely love this piece. um you okay, babe?
Yep. I had
Okay.
to plug the charger in.
You
We
had the
good.
what? You had to plug the
Plug the
charger in.
charger
You got it. Okay, cool. So definitely, while you doing that, let me get the super chat out the way. We got Mr. Mom Collectibles in the building. He says, wanted to show Christmas love to everyone. Hope everyone has a great holiday with your family. Thank you so much for that, Mr. Moms, man. It's my guy always. Thank you for being here, man. Um, but yeah, you have to definitely have one of these in your collection. If you don't have a Nick Fury, especially with Secret Invasions coming up, you're gonna want to have one in your collection, definitely, because there's a lot of good things coming up with that show. So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I
excited
mean, it
about
is
it.
to have one, so.
Yeah, definitely want to have that.
Thank you, Dave, for Mace.
Yes,
That's
yes.
look, I'm rocking my So there's a jewelry company that I like to buy pieces from.
You want to show them real quick?
Yeah, Rock Love Candy. I mean Rock Love. So they created necklaces that resemble the kyber crystals, and I got this one. It's Mace's, so it kind of looks like
Nice.
his lightsaber. So they've got this for me at Star Wars Celebration. So super special.
Yeah,
So
yeah. She wanted it. We saw it. So I was like, all right, let me just go ahead and get it because she wanted it. So we couldn't leave without her having it. So had to get a mace one day. And she spoiled people. She definitely is. She is spoiled. Just letting y'all know that right
You
now.
are. You are.
She's spoiled. All right. So and this was like number 5 for you.
Mm-hmm.
What is your number 4, babe?
My number 4 is Ahsoka. The Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Yep.
You can't go wrong with that, babe. You can't go wrong with that. Clone Wars Ahsoka. Definitely you have to have this piece in your collection. Especially after the wait. I remember we were waiting for so long to have this piece, and it finally arrived, to finally have it in your collection, and the thing is, we didn't know whether or not it was going to be worth the price of admission to have, because it was so much drama in the OPC. No, it's so much drama that was basically behind the release of this character, or this figure. Again, we had saw some prototype pictures that people weren't really happy about, but at the end of the day, I think they came through, and to have it in the collection, like, man, I'm loving it. I definitely love it.
Yeah, it's dope.
This Ahsoka piece is brilliant. It's definitely a special piece to have. So I'm definitely excited about this. Having it in the collection. Cannot wait for the Rosario Dawson version. But this thing is, and I love the way they did it, because it's a mix between animation and live action. So this can mix well with any figures you have. So I like this. I love the way they did it, and it's a beautiful piece to have. I love it. It's one of my favorite figures. It's actually on my top 10 list of the year. So definitely. Can't wait to talk about that.
Don't you love that though, when it's worth it? When
yes,
with the controversy, you've got to wait. There's back and forth about whether or not it looks good, and you get it in hand, and you're like, "This is so worth it."
Yep, it was definitely worth the wait. I can honestly say it was worth the wait. So glad I had it in my collection. Yeah, and she's standing with Anakin too, so that just makes it even better. All right, babe, what's your number 3?
The armor. Armor.
I knew that was going to surface. I knew that was going to come up quick. I'm surprised that's not your number 1.
No, it's not my number 1. You'll see why. Yes, but the armor. Just the emergence of her character, brand new character. Oh, I have that ring too from Rock Love, that armor ring. I felt like her character just kind of helped keep, Mando set, level-headed, focused, reminded him of who he was, where he came from, and what he needs to do, going to handle your business. She was like the culture keeper. And to have that much depth, even though there's still so much mystery to her, I thought that was just kind of set apart in the character. So I loved that. Loved her. Can't wait to see more. So yeah, she's top 3.
Yeah.
My number 1. Okay,
What
but in
it's your number one personally.
yes,
Um,
your
yeah,
your
yeah,
collection. Yeah, she
yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. But I love this piece. I mean, it was I mean, the thing is, it's like, you know what? But though she got a lot of pushback too, because a lot of people I know, they didn't like that she had single jointed elbows. They didn't think that, again, she doesn't get as much love as she needs to get. But hey, with season 3 dropping, I mean, you
Mhm.
might want to kind of rethink that. Who knows if we might get like, if this was a Toy Fair exclusive, as to be honest, don't know if we'll get like a reissue on it, but who knows? It could happen. But definitely a beautiful piece. If you don't have it in your collection, you might want to rethink that process and get it, because it's dope. It is
So,
so dope. Dope. I love it, babe. Definitely, I
mhm.
love it.
Yep.
You're number 2. Oh, before we do that really quick, let me just do this. We got like a $5 super chat
All right.
by Ash Chase. Do
Ashley.
you think Hot Toys would do Nick Fury for Secret Invasions and Mary X? Yes, I do. Definitely. Yes, I do. It's going to happen. I'm just letting you know right now that will happen. That will definitely happen. Let's see here. We got Louis Labitz in here really quick. I want to answer some of these chats.
Mhm.
Miss the super chat crew. Merry Christmas crew. Time to run. Some last minute errands. So definitely, man, I appreciate that, man. We definitely do appreciate you basically being here, bros, always. And thanks everybody out there for their participation in this, man, always. But yeah, you're number 2, babe. What's your number 2?
Okay. The Black Panther throne. And I know that it's like an accessory, but you know why.
Yeah, I know.
This was the first piece that I bought for you,
Yeah.
just in showing like my support,
Yeah.
for doing something and being, involved in something positive that you
Yeah.
really, really loved. I knew that you were getting Black Panther, T'Challa,
Yeah.
and I'm like, you gotta have a throne. So, was it a Christmas gift or birthday gift? Christmas gift.
It was a Christmas gift, I believe.
First Christmas, yeah, first Christmas.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'll always be special.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
definitely special for me because it came from you, and it was the first Hot Toy figure that you actually gifted to me, or Hot Toys piece that you gifted to me. So it was definitely something that I welcomed, that I loved. So thank you very much, babe. Thank you for such an amazing piece. I mean, it has so much presence in your collection. If you don't already have it, and you might, again, if you have, especially if you have anything from Black Panther, the Black Panther line, this is definitely a good piece, and it has a lot of presence. I mean, it's done well. I love the texture. I basically love, especially like the tribal markings on it, the cultural markings on it. It's so sacred, to the Lord itself. Such a beautiful piece. I have to
Yeah,
have
it's
it. So
a
thank
throne.
you.
You gotta have a throne. Every king needs a throne.
Definitely, definitely, definitely. You heard that. Every king needs a throne.
Yeah.
And sometimes it could be from a small one to a bigger one. It's always you need your resting place. Gotta have that throne. Yep, Joker J, you already know what it is. And babe, I think we're rounding out to your number 1. Before we get to your number 1, let me actually go through these chats real quick. We have Joker J, need a throne. He said, and a drummer. Definitely you need a drummer. You got to have a throne. We got Commander Green out there. Hey, Ash Chase. We got Dare 2727. That's what's up. Great content. Thank you so much, man. Do appreciate that. We got out there. We got Hero saying, oh man, with love and armor workshop. Definitely you want to get that. It's so important to have that. So yeah. So babe, you're number 1.
Number 1 is my favorite villain of all time. This suit is crazy. Empire Vader.
Yeah.
Love it.
Vader is gonna always be
Good. It has presence. James Earl Jones. It's just it's a staple. It's a strong figure.
Yeah. You need a Vader in your collection. I don't care who you are. Like Vader is always yeah. Mhm. Yeah.
Yep.
You need a Vader. Vader is I mean, the most iconic villain of all time.
Yep.
You know, and you know, always it's always going to be um, an amazing piece from me. You know, hands down, hands down,
Hmm.
hands down. Um, you know, it's a classic piece. It's Vader, the representation. It's Star Wars. You know what he has done. You know, just you know, for Star Wars, staple in Star Wars. Just the idea, iconic character. I mean, I can say so much about it, but you know, yeah, yeah,
If
it's
you've
definitely
never seen the Star Wars movie, like watched the entire one, everybody knows who Darth Vader is. You know what I mean?
everybody knows. Everybody knows. That's the thing is, it's like if you're a Star Wars fan, like I am, um, you know, you know Vader. You know Vader is just that dude. You know what I mean? Always will be that dude. So I mean, again, having a Vader in your collection, you know, having Darth Vader. I mean, just in general, the piece. And here's the thing: it's like just clearly the presence of this figure. You know, and again, we're getting the battle damage from Obi-Wan. I cannot wait for that. That's going to be a couple years out, but still, such an
Mhm.
amazing piece to have, you know, in your collection. And yeah,
Vader.
man.
Always
Yeah,
loved Vader. Even when I was younger, I remember little Darth Vader toys.
mhm.
They would make like the little, remember little Pez candies?
Yeah,
That the little
yeah,
red t-shirts. I remember this was some years back though. I was an adult. But my sister had a New Year's Eve pajama party. And you know,
mm,
everybody was wearing the Christmas pajamas and, you know, little fancy satin two-piece sets. And here I am in a Vader onesie with the hood up.
yeah,
So yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
Definitely, definitely. We froze up a little bit, but we're back. I think. You hear me up there, babe?
I can hear you.
All right, cool, cool, cool. Definitely. I don't know. So this is the one I can't wait for. I cannot wait to get this Vader. This one's going to be coming soon, so we'll see. I just can't wait for it. But, babe,
Yes.
that was great. That was great. That was the countdown, and I'm surprised because I didn't even know. I didn't know that Vader was going to be your number one. I didn't.
Here.
I didn't know that Vader was going to be your number one. I had
And
no idea. So
my
that was surprising.
God. It's my
That
God.
was surprising. That was surprising. Well, guys, there you go. You got her top 10. That's her top 10 figure list. I mean, literally, we got okay, we got Riley the Human Party stopping through. He said, pop it in. Merry Christmas Eve to both of you. Thank you so much, my man, Riley. The Human Party all day. And she says, Latoya, amazing choice.
Thank
Definitely.
you, Riley. I appreciate that.
Definitely, definitely everybody out there, Vader love, man. Top 10 list, favorite next. Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
you. I can do that.
Top 10 least favorite. Okay. So we're gonna do a top 10 least favorite. So stay tuned for that. We'll probably you know what? Babe, let's do the top 10 least favorite next week before New Year's. How about that?
Heck, let's do it.
All right. So next Saturday, same time, we're gonna do a top 10 least favorite list. So tune in next Saturday. Me, Latoya T will be back on the corner for our top 10 least favorite, her top 10 least favorite figures in my collection. So shiny, shiny, you got your wish. Next week, top 10 least favorite figure in the collection. So stay tuned for that. Babe, I
Yeah.
know we got to get going because we got a lot of stuff to do today. We got Christmas cookies to make. We got to get some last minute things going on. But telling everybody what you got coming up on your next what you got coming up on your venture so far. When's the channel coming? I know everybody wants to know is when the channel coming.
Yes, guys, I do have a channel. Was expected just a few months ago to kind of get things up and running and start. But with the start of the school year, you guys know I'm back in the classroom. It's been a lot going on, but looking forward to starting the first, second week of the year. Um, Behind Every Geek will be the name of the show. That's my geek show, my geek adjacent show. So all of the things that we kind of chat about in the chat, my experiences of being kind of behind the scenes with Lael, and even just some of my own interests when it comes to this whole geek world. We want to talk about that. We'll have some special guests. some different activities and things of that nature. So stay tuned. Also, for those of you who know that I love fashion and just style and personal style that is beyond the visual. So there'll also be a show, just kind of speaking to, just our own individuality and how we kind of express that through clothing, through the things that we collect, through just all of our various expressions. So,
Mhm.
yeah, so get into it. Like I said, first or second week, you can follow the Behind Every Geek channel on Insta, or Coco Tulip. That's my personal page. So just stay tuned. Thank you for being patient with me. I love y'all every other day, every week in the chat. It's always a pleasure. You guys show me so much love. It's really family. I jump in, hey fam, because I really really feel that way. So thank you. That's what I have coming up so far. Um, yeah,
Thank you, babe. Thank you for being here. It's always a pleasure. And thank you for your top 10 list and spending
got it.
time with me this morning.
Got it.
Everybody out there, thank you so much for being a part of this. You have a very, very beautiful Christmas. What's going on the channel? Don't know. I don't know. I might do a surprise tomorrow. I'm not really sure. Stay tuned. We'll think about it. I know later on today, I promise, later on today, because we didn't get through all of the Figure Flex Friday video. So today, at 6, I think about 6 o'clock later on, I'm going to do a take care of special Figure Flex Friday, Saturday edition to get through all the remaining flexes that we have, because we have more that we didn't get through. So I'll be doing that. So definitely stay tuned for that later on today. That's why I get everything done so I can do that really quick, because I'm loyal to y'all. I have to make sure that we do that. Beskar Kids, shout out to you. Everybody out there in the chat, always a pleasure, and thank you for being here. But again, peace and love to everybody. Have a beautiful Christmas. Remember, pay it forward. Peace and blessings to everybody. Everything comes back 100-fold when you do good in this world. So definitely you want to remember that. And yeah, stay special. And I can't wait to talk to you guys again. Again, it's a special edition of the corner. We love y'all. Peace out. Let's go.